of us are known for being clumsy. I have a couple of friends that are clumsy, but I've always been told that no one can top being more clumsy than me. And I get that. I've been into A&E so many times, I'm pretty sure I've got shares in NHS. So today I decided to list off a few of the that I've done and ended up in A&E for. I'm always being taken the mick out of for it, so this would be a good story. So first one I done, and this was back in June 2017 or July, whichever one. I just started working at this place, and I managed to drop a massive crate of coffee jars, big ones, onto my foot. Now that hurt. I was then sent to my own came and collected me. I then waited. This is like midnight now. I was in A&E for about 6 hours. I was in there long enough that I was able to have a McDonald's breakfast when I came out, and it turns out that I'd managed to break my foot. I was then in a cast for a week, and then in some sort of boot for, I think it was like a month and a half. So yeah, there's the first dumb one. Next dumb one, I was in a lesson one day and I stood up and I felt something go in my ankle. I then went to the nurse at my school, and I then again ended up in A&E, and they told me I somehow messed up my Achilles heel. If you don't know what that is, it's the, like, if you look at the back of your ankle, you've got that sort of thin line bit, I don't know how to explain it. It's that. I somehow messed up that. Just from standing up, I managed to completely mess up my ankle pretty much, and I ended up in a cast yet again. So yeah, I messed up my ankle by standing up. Next one, again, actually this time I ended up in hospital overnight because I was helping my friends out with their photography project, and I did a flip, something to do with capturing motion pictures or something, and I landed wrong and ended up dislocating my hip or leg from my hip. That wasn't actually diagnosed until about 2-3 weeks later, and yeah, and it was after 2 weeks that I actually ended up in hospital because I tried going up some stairs and I got stuck and I couldn't move and I was in agony. And that was just from doing a flip because I landed stupid. Another small one, when I was 8, I managed to actually cut the back of my eyeball. Actually I did this again when I was like 16, so pretty much I had a bit of grit or dirt in my eye, and I rubbed it and it got to the back and it just sliced the back of my eye. Painful. Luckily that got sorted in a short amount of time. Apparently that's more common than I think it is, but I've never heard of anyone else cutting the back of their eyeball or cutting their eyeball at all. So yeah, that is a dumb one. And finally, and this is, I've done a lot of dumb stuff in my life. Now this one, it was 2 weeks after I managed to break my foot at my workplace, and this actually happened again at my workplace. Pretty much, it was the second day back at work. I was in my boot, so they put me on checkouts so that I could sit down and do whatever. I managed to get my hand stuck in the conveyor belt on the checkout. Pretty much I was picking up, you know, the bollard splitter things that you go in between people shopping. I was picking up one of them and the conveyor belt jolted and my hand just went under in between the metal and the rubber. The conveyor belt wouldn't stop. It was just kept going and jolted, so more of my skin was being pinched and taken under. Yeah, second day back at work after breaking my foot there. So yeah, in the end I had to press the emergency stop. I took it out, and when it happened there was no customer there. I pulled it out, managed to get it out after pressing the emergency stop, and I was sort of stood there, didn't know what to do. The customer came, she started putting her stuff down, and I'm stood there like, you know, you do that stupid little dance, you're like, you've got a paper cut or something stupid. The lady then says, "Are you alright?" And I just sort of look at her, and I just sort of take my hand away, and all of this area is purple, the skin's been taken off, and it's just burnt and dirty as well, because from the conveyor belt. She then manages to call over my manager, and she looks at him, and again I then had ice on it. I then had to go back into the hospital, and so yeah, that was that. It's still not overly, and that was back in July, still not overly fixed, but it takes time. It turns out the actual muscle in my hand was also damaged, and skin grew back, everything's all fine. So yeah, so that is all of, well, not all of them, but the most stupidest stories of me going to A&E. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Hopefully I'll be back on track with making videos. I mean, today I'm quite ill, so my voice is very, I don't know if you probably can tell, my voice is very croaky. So yeah, until next time, see ya.